We're married, and it's particularly significant because my dad was born in Birkenhead. My mother in Philadelphia. They met on a cruise in the Caribbean. My dad was in the British Merchant Marine and then United Fruit, and my mother was working, and a friend sent her with her girlfriend on a cruise, and they met, had a wonderful courtship, and married in July '36, this same week. So tonight today we're celebrating another wonderful merger of somebody who was born in the States and somebody who was born in the UK. And there's another fun link. Alistair and my late father have the same birthday. So, I have a hard time getting through this. So there's so many wonderful links between the two families. And I particularly want to honor, as a representative of the grandparents, Graham, Kathleen, who came to be with us tonight to represent, and that represents all the grandparents of Ali and Gretchen. So Kathleen, thank you. And on behalf of the Bjornstads, we don't require all Bjornstads to get on their knees in front of the lawyer member of the family, but I do want to recognize brother-in-law Paul and Kathy, representing the Bjornstads from Ann Arbor. He volunteered to do this. And I particularly want to thank and recognize Father Bill Carradine and Fran for the wonderful service that they provided and the guidance over months to Gretchen and Ali to go through this. As some of you may know, Gretchen worked for Fran in her counseling service in Lewiston, and Bill and I have long connections through Alabama and stories that I'll tell you about later. And I really do appreciate Fran and Bill coming over and doing the ceremony for us. And I want to thank them very, very much for doing that. And also from Lewiston, our longtime friends Bill and Debbie Fitzgerald and their daughter Laura, and particularly for Debbie and Laura singing for us today. It made it extra special. Thank you very much. And I also want to acknowledge my right and left arm over here at the table, Donna Hoffman, who's been my office manager and secretary for over 30 years, and her daughter Whitney and granddaughter Allison. And I got to tell you, Allison is now working at our office part-time, and I'm doing for her what we did for Whitney and what I did for Gretchen and Mary, and convince them not to be lawyers. And also Tom Knappenberger and Mary Keltz, our longtime political friends from Idaho.